Hey, this is After Tragedy. You're listening to Heavy Mental Breakdown.
So, what is the South Carolina metal scene or punk scene like? Like, what does that look like where you guys are from?
So,
A bunch of dive bars.
Yeah, I
yes,
am surrounded by dive bars out here in Brooklyn too.
so dive bars, there's been a few art spaces over the years. There's a couple rental spots people have done, a couple new little spots popping up. We haven't really been too much in the scene in the past few years with having families and children and stuff like that. But
With life happening.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. The last show we played was 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, something like that. Um, but growing up, man,
Was
like
that the Freya show, or was that did we play one after that?
as Mean Jesus
Mean Jesus. That's
after
right.
the Freya show.
Mean Jesus. Those guys are sick.
Yeah,
Mean Jesus.
Yeah, if
I
you
gotta
haven't,
check- I
if
gotta
you haven't
check that
checked
out.
them out, you should definitely check out Mean Jesus.
they're
All
from
right.
Virginia. They're
Okay.
really good.
Cool.
So
But,
sick.
um, growing up, man, like the scene here was sick. Just finding it at such a young age, and then like that's one of the things that made me love my state. Like I hated my state as a youth until I found punk and hardcore and was like, oh, this is here. Like so that's where I fell in love with it. But yeah, no, over the years, man, it's had its ups and downs like anywhere. Right now, there's a good group of bands from Greenville, some bands in Myrtle Beach and Charleston, everywhere still popping up. Newer kids from what I've seen online. But nah, man, it's popping here. It is. It's just up and down, and just depending what tours come through. But a bunch of DIY shows still.
Hell yeah. After tragedy. Who are you guys? For someone who has no clue who After Tragedy is, besides now that we know you're from South Carolina, what can you tell us about us? How long have you guys been going for? What kind of inspired you to start, and kind of where are you at right now with your band?
We started in 2019, and we
Well, look, after Tragedy officially started in 2019, but him and I have been working on music together since we were like 17.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
High school bands, high school talent
Yeah.
shows, and then you're
Yeah.
playing the local little clubs in the area. That's fun. I used to do that too a little bit.
Yeah.
Good times, man. But yeah, so you guys have been jamming together for forever. What made you want to start After Tragedy?
So unfortunately, we had a bit of death in our local scene, and suicides, overdoses. There's murders.
flat out murders.
Yeah, like and it's all, from all different artists and genres. It's not just hardcore, metal, and punk. But our first friend Alex passed away, then our friend Busby passed away, and then our friend Kaz's younger brother Josh, who is also our friend, passed away. And at that point, we were just like, we wanted to do something that lets us get something out, but also like is an, I don't know if homage is the correct term, but just like something to keep their memory alive, because we grew up in this with them. And we had this dumb saying that we put on our Bandcamp is the negatively driven positive hardcore. So just trying as best we can to grow as people, but also like take negative shit and turn it positive.
I love that.
But as like you were saying earlier, when getting discouragement and shit when stuff's not working out, I mean that's happened too. So it's a struggle to keep going.
Yeah.
But that is why we started the band, to make music for our friends and keep the memory of our friends alive that passed on too soon. And then that's also kind of like the name comes from a band lyric from this band More Than Life. But we kind of just was like, okay, so this band is going to be what's after all this tragedy.
Gotcha. So just the name of the band alone is already something very heavy for you guys.
Yeah.
Because it represents an entire time in your life that represents just tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only did you want to do something to remember your friends, to help keep that memory alive, but I'm sure every song that you wrote was kind of therapeutic in a way. You
Yeah.
know, it's kind of you guys getting out your emotions and dealing with that, the passings and the trauma of everything that it came with, but flipping it in a way where it's like, okay, I can do something about this. What should that thing be, a positive thing or a negative thing? And you know, either way, you know, that can go kind of either way. And I'm sure there was definitely very, very hard nights. I'm not at all thinking that, but you guys use that music in order. It was, you know, kind of therapy for yourselves to get through this hard time. So
Right.
even so, like the band name, the, you know, what it associates itself with, to the songs, to the lyrics, like this is a heavy project for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you finally decided to make this happen and have the name what it was and have the lyrics that you have, what was kind of the reception in within your like your fan base and your friends and family, and knowing that, you know, this is kind of in honor of some of those loved ones? What was that reception when you first started?
It was good. Like the people that came out and stuff. We definitely had a few friends that made it to a couple shows. Like again, we've only played a handful of shows, and our friends that listened to it said they liked it and stuff. So as
Yeah.
far as like a response, I mean, we know that there are people that like it, but like we only played like a handful of shows. So I would say it's a moderate response.
Okay. But it wasn't even for them though. It was for you guys.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It was
Yeah,
for you guys.
100%.
And what do you think of your music?
I enjoy having fun and writing riffs.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
I love it. I don't.
There you go.
Yes, I want other people to enjoy it, but selfishly, I kind of don't care because I did it for me, not for
Sure.
them.
Yeah.
But
And I think for, you know, for most times, you know, the best art can come from tragedy.
Yeah.
From using that motivation and flipping it and turning into something positive, or, you know, a remembrance in this case. And yeah, fuck what everybody else thinks.
yeah, and I feel like in this genre sometimes it's a little too easy to go the negative route.
Yeah, I agree
Like
with
it's
that.
almost expected.
Yeah.
So
Have you witnessed any of that within, after you guys started putting your stuff out? Like people thought it was going to be something different and it wasn't. Was there any ever like question there on your guys, or not really? Everybody kind of knew what you guys were doing.
No, as far as I would say that people know I've been preaching melodic hardcore for 15 years. Like,
Hell yeah.
I think people thought initially we were going to be like a more chuggy, breakdown oriented type band,
Yeah.
which, you know, don't get me wrong, I do love a good chuggy breakdown, but that's just not what this project was.
Sure.
So
Cool. And then when the songs were being recorded, what was that process like? You know,
Oh,
because
God.
I'm sure, you know, like you were kind of still heavy and like, you know, like probably the songs were just even hard to sing. The lyrics were probably hard to sing and still going through things. What was the recording process like of these songs?
honestly, so I definitely felt the lyrics when I was singing them. I was definitely very nervous. It was my first time recording vocals, and we were working in a very short time frame with my cousin.
Super short time
Yeah,
frame.
we did that record, and those. Excuse, I don't even know if it's a record. It's 9 songs.
9 songs.
They're all a lot of them are short, but we did that in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and then my cousin did the mixing and mastering, and he recorded bass on the spot. Like never even heard the songs.
Never listened to the songs, no rehearsal, nothing.
Yeah,
He's like, I got you guys. Just step
Yeah.
out of the way. Let me do my thing.
yeah.
I mean, he is a professional.
Yeah,
So,
he is a professional now. Yeah, no, it was a super fun experience because we were super excited to do it. We've always wanted to do it, and we grew up with another buddy of ours who is no longer with us. Been in a bunch of bands, and he recorded all the time, and just made it seem so fun. And like being at his house 2, 3 in the morning, doing whoa vocals in the kitchen with recording across the room and stuff like that. So just it was definitely a fun experience that we had never done fully in the capacity like that. And then
Yeah, I bet you learned a ton too.
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. And then
yeah.
PJ also did vocals on the record, and Jason did vocals on a spot. We were doing one song, and he was like, "We should have something right here," and I was like, "Well, you do it." And so he got his chance
Do
to
it
be
then.
on the mic too.
Cool. No, it's always it's always cool when you're able to throw in, random like let me do a scream in the background for once.
Yeah.
Like the little things that people don't know about, but it internally. And you guys kind of laugh about it on the inside, and those are fun. Those are always fun. Those little Easter eggs are fun to find out. That's what makes these interviews fun, because a lot of times little things come out, and
A
makes it-
little Easter egg for you to check out is at the end of our song "Heavy Lies the X." My cousin threw in and left in all of our. It's only like 4 of them, but like all of the mess ups, and they play like consecutively, like right back to back.
Uh-huh.
But it's really funny to us. I was like, yeah, screw it, just put it in there. It's so funny.
Hell yeah. Well, so that brings us to why we are here tonight. We are going to be breaking down your song, Another Year Gone By. Tell us a little bit of just like a very surface level kind of background on this song. When did you write it? It says, this was released in May of 2020, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have any singles off this album, or did you kind of just
No.
release it all at once?
No,
We just
yeah.
released it all at once.
Gotcha. Okay, so this track came out May 25th of 2020. What a wild year to put something out, huh?
Yeah.
It's almost like you had nothing to do except write music.
It was right at the beginning of it too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's funny. A lot of these interviews have gone back to COVID days, and people have talked about how, especially in mental health, and a lot of people were dealing with some heavy shit that year.
Yeah.
And for the years following it, of course, and a lot of people resort to like, you know what? I'm gonna finally achieve this thing that I've always wanted to do. I have a computer, I have a guitar, fuck it. Let me write some songs. And a lot of bands started in 2020, and their first singles are like, you'll see the full length album or their singles like November, because it took them all year, but they were writing shit, and it's been a very good kind of segue into COVID and mental health and how that affected music and songwriting. So so this album, you said it took 2 days. It
Yeah.
was it was mastered pretty quickly. So you guys were doing this in the thick of 2020, when still at the time when no one fucking knew what was happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
The vaccines or anything weren't even out yet by this point. It was
I
brand
will
new.
say, we recorded in 2 days. I don't know how long it took him to master that.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Sure.
But we were also, we were running like 12, 13-hour practices. So
Mm.
The instrumentation was easily
Yeah.
cracked.
By
Do
that
you
point.
do you think that this project and this album and your music would still be here today if COVID wasn't a thing?
It was definitely going to come at some point, for
Okay,
sure.
It may not have been that exact album, but
sure.
yeah,
It would have been
it was bound to happen at some point.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, okay,
and definitely be melodic hardcore.
Yeah.
cool. You just this just kind of gave you that time to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave us to do it for sure. But like I was saying with all the passing of friends, like it just kept happening,
Mm.
and it happens more, and then
And then it happened some more.
yeah,
And
and
it just, and I guess that's probably where the name for the track came from. It was just,
Yeah.
it was like, it was almost like losing another friend signaled it was, hey, it's another year. Uh, So
You associated the new year and a new,
yeah, the new year was going to bring a new death.
yeah, yeah. That's how you saw that. Wow,
Yeah,
that's tough.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that is tough. But yeah, one of the so you're explaining the history of the band name, and then because of friends that have passed, and then so we break down this one that's about friends passing.
yeah.
Would you consider this one the heaviest song? Kind of just like to you guys, like heaviest as in like emotionally to you?
I would say to an extent it is because we generally we open with it as far as like we'll play the little instrumental track and then we go straight into this because it starts off so fast and we just wanted to like punch in the face kind of. So we start with that one and it is emotional for us and it's very powerful for us, but I mean I kind of continue the same theme throughout the album. That's why it's named More Than Misery, and then we have the song More Than Misery. Fortunate kind of deals with it a little bit, and then talk about it.
Stand by me.
Stand By Me a little bit as well.
Okay, so the whole album kind of has the same kind of general story and same like inspirations and
Yeah,
big stories and stuff like
there
that.
there are a couple songs that deviate, and there's one just like a call out song to fake ass friends. uh,
We all got them,
Yeah,
uh,
and you know who you are.
and you know who exactly.
but like
And they're always listening, so they'll hear this too. It's so funny, man. The ones who hate the most are the ones who are the most consistent
Yep.
to watching your shit. Fuck you, haters. Okay.
But no, yeah, I kind of I wanted to get away from the which I'm still guilty of it in this album, but a lot of the like finger pointing lyrics and then the I me you stuff, like I wanted to incorporate everybody when I'm talking to everybody as a more of a collective rather than and talk about the human condition and stuff like that. So that album I like. Obviously I have a few songs that we just talk about friendship and hardcore, but our lyrics are, I want them to be meaningful for sure, but like I don't talk about politics, I don't talk about religion, I don't talk about girls. I strictly friendship, hardcore, and what memories I have of my friends who are not here anymore. What I wish they could see, just little things like that.
Well, that's one of the core kind of foundations of hardcore music, right? It's more about family and friends, and you know, having that just that group, and kind of being sober, not talking about drugs, and kind of keeping that something separate. Aren't those? Would you consider those kind of core foundations of your genre, or no?
No, I definitely feel that, and I think it just goes with who the person and the artist.
Sure.
Like, I mean, at one time, uh, I didn't want to cuss in my songs as a young teenager, because I was like, it's not needed. It doesn't serve a purpose. And then as I got older, and he said it one time, and then it clicked kind of later. Like, sometimes you just gotta say fuck.
I agree. I totally agree. Sometimes it feels so good to say it.
And it's in the song we're talking about. Like, it just so yeah. I try and keep it simple, but I still want it to be meaningful to me, or I hope it's meaningful to other people.
Yeah. Yeah. But as we were saying earlier, as long as you guys were able to find some kind of healing and find it therapeutic in a way for you to kind of cope with what you were going through, I think that's the ultimate goal of all this. That's why we make the art. That's why we make the art.
Yep, yeah, for sure. We have a bunch of memories, or not, excuse me, memories. We had a bunch of days of just jamming, that the days that we're just jamming and create these little moments. Those are the best ones to us, and those are the ones that we keep trying to create, and then we try and shittily record it and put it out.
Yeah, it's important to live in the moment, because you never know what that moment's going to mean later on.
Yep.
Especially thinking back to friends that have passed, like if you would have known that was your last beer with them, the night, or the conversations would have went a lot different. You just never know.
Yep. If you would have answered a call or answered a text or something like.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question, and I can totally scratch this from the interview, but just something that I am feeling right now. I don't know. I feel like a lot of like deep emotion from you specifically when talking about this. Like, I see it in like your eyes, and like kind of just like your body language.
Yeah.
How did you deal with these events kind of going on in your life? What's kind of your little story in this? I apologize, Jason, for kind of like asking Josh a question. It's something that like I've kind of caught on to, and I've kind of like read like a certain energy, and I'm just like, I kind of want to talk to Josh for a second.
I'm trying to be reserved, just because I fucking talk a lot, and there's a lot of shit I'm pissed off about that is not helpful in this conversation, as far as like people watching this don't need to hear about my bullshit that I'm upset with people in the scene or whatever. As far as like how serious we take this. But it affects me in a way is like, a lot of my problem is I have high expectations of everybody, and I take friendship very fucking seriously, and I don't take death lightly. This is it. This is all I got, and I just want to make it last as much as I can.
Yeah. Friends are your friends are your family.
Exactly. Yeah, and I do have to say, like, the band definitely, like, and my friends being around helped me through a lot of it, and we all helped each other and stuff like that. But I definitely have to say too that my wife Stephanie helped me a lot, and just being there for me. because she didn't really know a lot of my friends that passed away like I did, or she didn't know them as long as I had known them and stuff. I mean, like these are people I've grown up with for like 20, 15 years. I mean,
Yeah, that's rough.
so it's just I just take it serious as far as death is concerned, as far as friendships concerned. Like, I mean, like, and that's not like some. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, take your time. You're good.
Like, I'm not just like mad at people and mad at my friends and stuff like that. I mean, me and this motherfucker, like, we go at it sometimes. I mean, verbally. But I mean, we've lived together off and on for the past 20 years. We've worked together off and on for the past 20 years. We make music together for the past, like, it's just, I just, it, it bothers me that people talk about how hardcore is their life and friendship are my best friends and stuff. And then, like, people are nowhere to be found. Or they're in some other little small circle or somewhere else, like, which is fine. If you're gonna talk about friendship, just be real about friendship. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how I feel about it. But again, I realize I have high expectations of how people are supposed to act and treat each other. And I realize that people are free to not treat people like that at all.
Yeah.
So I just got to keep myself in check as far as my attitude towards certain things. But yeah, it affected me, man. And it also,
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell it's still kind of affecting you a little bit.
yeah. And I tried to, with that one, I tried to kind of simplify it, and as a lot of people, I mean, I just overthink shit, and a lot of my lyrics, and I just like, oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. So with that, I just tried to get straight to the point and reiterate it. That's why I repeat shit.
Because words are powerful, no matter,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Like,
But,
you know, looking at the lyrics that for the song, you know, it's very short, but the words that are used are very powerful. You don't need 3 different verses and, you know, a chorus and a pre-chorus and a bridge and, you know, a closing. Like, you know, you just don't. And
Yeah.
it's very straight to the point, and it's powerful. Like, I feel like in larger songs, what this song might be are like the highlights kind of pulled out. You know what I mean? Like, kind of cutting out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, like, this is how I feel, and I don't need to say much because these words have power and they have strength to them, and this is all I need to say.
Yeah.
And I dig it. Dig it a lot. One thing I was going to say when you were talking about that is, one thing that came to mind is, because you were saying that you have high expectations on how other people should feel, but you can't control that. It's a pretty wild thing, and it's going to sound silly, and I mean it in the most respect, because this is something that I went through. It's kind of a mind-blowing thing when you realize that other people don't view the world, and they don't view things the same way you do.
Yeah.
I lived that way for a long time, and I'm like, I don't understand why people can't see this. Or I'm talking to someone and I'm like, how do you not understand, like, how I'm trying to say this? And it's like, you do big things in my life. It's a small kind of silly thing, but it's very heavy, and it's very true. It's like, nobody sees the world the way that you see it at all.
No.
And the sooner that you understand that, the more peaceful I think you'll be, because expectations can kind of go away, and it's like, some people have empathy, some people have complete no sympathy.
Yeah.
You know, some people feel it to an extreme, and some, you know, feel it just a little bit. You know, who knows? But everybody is so different with how they handle things, especially things like death.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the heaviest thing in life is dealing with. And so, people deal with breakups or losing their homes or whatever in certain ways, but it's like that's the ultimate. And it's strange how the mind works when you're going through that.
Yeah. And I had to say too that just speaking on lyrics and stuff, like I don't think I learned that until I heard Gangstar say, everybody needs to observe a couth for we almost meet our moment of truth. So that kind of like, I just need to chill out. So
I don't know if it's chill out, but look at it a different way. Meditate on it.
yeah,
That's what I said. Instead of chill out, meditate on it.
yeah,
Oh, that's putting it in same idea. It's different wording. Again, it's crazy how just wording things in a certain way can affect your mind. It's all weird. It's all great. We're all just AI robots at this point. Anyway, so usually what I do is songs are usually much longer than this, or like I was saying earlier, I had a song that was, almost 6 minutes today, so it took a minute to break down. But since, there's not too many lyrics and the song is short, I think what I'd like to do for this one, and this will be a first on my podcast, this has never happened before, play the entire song and let's just listen to it, and then we'll break it down afterwards. Instead of okay, let's break down this one lyric, because like you said, it goes fast and it's like some of it's straight to the point, and so I think it's might not do it justice by kind of not playing it all the way through. All right, this is Another Year Gone By After Tragedy, featuring Darren Young. Who's Darren Young?
Darren Young's the singer for Brigades.
Brigades. I got to check them out after this.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, Brigades.
Life's cut short. This is for friends who got so young, and I know one day we'll meet again. This is for the kids with life's cut short. This is for friends who got so young, and I know one day we'll meet again. One day, we'll meet again.
One of the things that I really like about this track and these lyrics is that, you don't have to question what the song's about. You don't have to question anything. You read the lyrics and it's just straight to the point. It's minimal, but it's straight to the point, saying exactly how you feel. There's no what could this mean? What could that mean? And then oh fuck. It just feels like a moment of relief too, where it's finally it's nice to kind of get this stuff off my chest, but I got more, and then you go back into it. So days and nights gone by, tears we've cried, losing friends seem to never end, another year gone by. So you say that a couple times. I know these lyrics are kind of self-explanatory, but where were you guys when you were writing these two lines here, this first part right here?
I would assume that we were done with the song musically, and I want to say we had just come off of the passing of Josh Brazel, and we were getting in lots of practices and lots of time at practice, excuse me. And we were trying to just get as many songs together as we could. And this was the first one that I had wrote musically and that I was really proud of because I'm not the best guitar player. Funny enough, I was trying to figure out how to play Everlong.
Cool.
Just without looking it up, and I was like, oh, this sounds similar, and then I started doing something else, and that's how I wrote the song.
Cool.
But I was definitely sad at the time. I was definitely pissed off at the time that it just seemed like just kept losing friends, and because like I said, I mean the first 3 happened, and then there was like 4 or 5 more after that a few years later, and again it happened like 3 years back to back, and then there was like a year it didn't or so like that. But I mean we've had a good number of friends pass away from all kinds of causes, yeah, I just was trying to describe what I had been doing or what we had been doing as a group of friends, and just put it out clear as day without it being any hesitation into what it could mean. But just again, the negatively driven stuff, like trying to just morph it into something that sounded good and spoke powerful. I messed that sentence up. But something that spoke just true to what was happening at the current moment, and yeah, just trying to get through it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, days and nights gone by, to me, it just feels like just you don't even know what day it is anymore.
Yeah.
It's like it's Saturday. Wait, no, it's Monday morning. What are you talking about? Like I've had days like I've had plenty of times like that when I'm going through shit.
Wait till you got to get up and take children to school.
Not there yet, but yeah, losing friends seems to never end. It's like just days are just going by. Don't even know what day it is. Another friend. It's almost like you're just preparing for it. Like, okay, who's
Yep.
gonna go next? So you're just living in this like anxiety and fear and trauma of just what you're currently living through, and just confused and scared and not knowing what tomorrow is going to bring. So
Yeah.
just those first 2 lines is it's clear, it's heavy, and it's straight to the point. It's true, it's raw.
Yeah. And I want to say a lot of the delivery is what I was trying to capture too with those lyrics, because again, I'm not the best vocalist. I can 110% admit that. Like back in the day, I tried to do the harsh vocals and stuff, but with this, I felt like I just need to try and use my natural yelling voice and just hear how upset I am. I guess I don't know if that came across in the record or the recording well, but I'll say that's kind of what because I felt like I tried to yell it the first time, and then I try and intensify it the second time I yell it. And just also too, man.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say also too, like, I mean, a lot of the lyrics like that, I'm talking to myself. I'm just yelling at myself to get it out for sure. and I hope other people get grabbed by it. And it is for my friends and stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah,
Like,
no. I was gonna say, as you talk about, you don't know if the emotion comes across. I'm not sure if it's the exact emotion that you want, but you can definitely feel emotion there. And I think that the level of that kind of the volume, and you say it a different way the next time. It's the same words, but you say it a little bit differently the next time. Like, even though, like, subconsciously, like, listeners can notice that, and it becomes part of the song. It's like, okay, you said the same thing, but you said it a different way this time. Maybe this is a little bit more raw. Maybe it's not like, okay, let's have it clean and polished, and every time I say it, I want it to sound a certain way. Like, this sounds like you just like going in a booth and just like screaming what you're thinking, and not even really thinking about how it's going to come across, just raw emotion.
yeah,
That's almost how it was.
Yeah, I see. I mean, and that's what I get from the track.
awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And then you say, "Ah, fuck."
Yeah, that
What was
release
that
you were
in there?
talking about.
You were just kind of releasing it in that moment. Just kind of needed that minute to just say something.
So it's a release, but then we also not so much him, but me. I like to throw these little things in the songs that I'm trying to emulate from another song that I heard that I love.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and it's like my way of kind of like giving it respect, but like
Sure. I do that kind of stuff all the time in my art. Always.
so the ah fuck is kind of my interpretation of there's the band we got the name from, More Than Life. They have a song, it's called Fear, and at one part he screams fuck this pain and then says it again twice, but just how he screams it is just, I was trying to go for that, but it kind of got cut short. Like I said, this is my first time doing vocals.
Well, it's cool that it always makes it a little bit personal too, when you can kind of pay respect to somebody who inspired you to do something, and it's like, hey, now that I got the chance that I can do something, I'm going to give that respect back to the ones who kind of inspired me to do this in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a horror filmmaker, and whenever I'm naming my characters, it's always after somebody. Like, I'll name someone Alfred because Alfred Hitchcock was one of my favorite directors, or my favorite movie, Psycho, and so Janet Leigh is like, she's the main actress. So in one of my movies, like, I named the person Janet, and so like I'm always trying to find like little ways like that to show respect to, the things that got me into it. So I think that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You a Sleepaway Camp fan?
I might get shit for this, but I think that movie is very overrated.
I can see where you say that. I was just so surprised the very first time when I saw the ending. I was like, oh, that's a great way to end this horror movie. That really is scary.
Yeah, well, the only thing I'm going to say, and I'm not going to say much more after that, but there's definitely a thing about not meeting people who you respect. So maybe there's someone in that film that kind of ruined the movie for me.
Damn, that sucks, man. I've heard that plenty of times, man, and it goes back and forth. Like, I've seen a couple people that are absolutely nice, and then a couple people is like, no, I shouldn't have met them.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we were talking about that at the tattoo shop one time. It's like, I'd rather have a mediocre tattoo and a good time with a friend rather than have some immaculate piece of work done by some asshole.
It's about it's more about the experience for you.
Exactly.
Very cool. And that kind of goes back to just fucking living in the moment, man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this thing's gonna be on me forever, but who knows how long forever is? I just want to enjoy right now. Let's have a good time. Let's get some ink done and smoke some cigarettes and listen to some punk rock music.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, dude. I get it. All right, and then you kind of wrap the song up with "This is for the kids with lives cut short. This is for our friends gone so young, and I know one day we'll meet again." Another hard hitting, straight to the point. You know, this is for the ones who passed away too young. You know, gone way too early. But there's a little bit of a positive spin on the end. You know, I know one day we'll meet again, because that gives hope. It kind of leaves it in, even though the song is very powerful, it wraps up in one day though, you the homies are gonna be back together again.
Yeah.
So it's a heavy song. It's about hard times, but I love how at the end you wrap it up with just, yeah, this sucks right now. I'm going through it, but I'll see you soon.
Yeah, for sure. It's not forever.
Yeah, not forever.
And
Cool.
with that with that line and stuff. So around that time when we were recording, recently, right before that, another friend of ours had passed away, and our good friend Charlie that we were talking about with the recording a while ago and all that. So Charlie was in Brigades with Darren. Not at the time of his passing, and they've grown up together playing music in a bunch of different bands, and we've known Darren for a few years and are pretty cool with him. And I hit Darren up to see if he would do a feature for the song, and I wanted he wanted to hear the song, and he chose that part, and he heard it the first time without lyrics. Like, I just had the lyrics, but not recorded or anything. And he chose that part, and it was just kind of one of those moments for me. I don't know if Jason felt the same way, but those specific lyrics, and then also how he approaches it, and kind of he like sings over top of my vocals or whatever. He did a killer job, but just getting him on the song, all the stuff that had happened with all of our friends and stuff, and it was kind of like I don't want to say a full circle moment, but just it was something that was special to us, like that. And like Darren hopped on and like within a day or two of a text message and got it done and sent it back to us, and that was it. So shout out Darren and Brigades. That was really cool.
And it definitely makes it feel like a community song too. Like it's like, you know, yeah, we're in different bands, or yeah, you know, we're all friends, but like, let's collaborate, let's do something together, to honor, you know, these fallen ones, and it makes it even more powerful knowing that.
Yeah. Oh, pretty much anything Darren and Charlie ever did is just magical. Like, I'll send you some stuff afterwards.
yeah, send me some stuff for sure. So this song specifically, well, maybe not specifically, because I know a lot of the other songs on the album have this theme, but once it was out, and people can go in and dive into these lyrics, and your kind of raw emotions are out there for the world to see. You know, I mean, just talking sometimes it's difficult, but knowing that you're saying these really heavy thoughts and emotions and how you really feel, it's a very vulnerable place to be, but you're putting it out for the world to just go in and kind of poke at it and dissect it, or love it and cherish it. With there's so much meaning behind it. How did that feel once you finally were like, okay, this is no longer our album, this is yours, the audience, and, you know, do with it as you will?
At first, it was it was kind of like I was kind of excited. Obviously, I mean, this is the first album I've ever had anywhere, so I was super excited about that. But that lasted probably 4-5 minutes, and then I got real nervous. Like, oh man, what if people like hate this?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hell, it's been 5 years now, so I mean, like I said earlier, I kind of don't care what they think about. I mean, yes, I do, but ultimately, that was a snapshot in time of
I like that.
a super hard time for, I mean, not just me, but a lot of people.
Snapshot.
So I figured, you know, it is what it is. It's out there
Yeah.
living its life, and
So to
hopefully,
kind of,
hopefully the people
yeah.
that need to find it can find it.
That is a very common thing that I hear. It's if someone needs it, they'll find it. Absolutely. And you know, who knows, you know, like someone who has no clue who you guys are or your story or any of this, and listen to this episode, and it's like, you know, I'm gonna go check that band out.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'll just add on to that real quick. I felt awesome and excited as well because, again, it was the first thing that we had ever like recorded and put out of our music, and other than like trying to do little stupid tapes back in the day.
Sure.
But it was fun for us for sure, and it was definitely exciting. And I had nerves too, because I knew there's definitely gonna be people out there that hate it. Especially this one lady at one of our like first shows. It was hilarious. Like, I didn't catch it until we saw it on like a recording or whatever. So obviously I'm just yelling in a microphone like as loud as I can. No highs, no mids, no lows, like just yelling.
Yeah.
And we were watching this video and I caught it, and this lady in the audience was like, he don't do no highs or nothing or something like that. I was like, he just sounds like that.
What's wrong with him?
He don't do nothing else.
No tricks or anything? Is this
Yeah.
all he does?
I mean, I flip around on stage, but that's about it. But
Yeah.
but that was funny. But
So yeah, you know, this album, going off of what you were saying, Jason, 5-year anniversary was this year.
Yeah.
How does that looking looking, you know, looking back? How do you feel now? Now that over 5 years have passed since this thing has come out. And we're still talking about it.
I'm a little a little disappointed. Mainly on our end of, like, we had zero promotion for any of our shows, any, like, our album. Like, we hardly pushed anything. We're not very savvy on social media, so we probably could have reached a lot more people had we done better on our part. And I'm also upset that it's been 5 years and we still haven't fucking put out anything. So,
Well, that was actually going to lead me into my next question, and that was going to be, so what's next?
we are working on stuff.
Oh, you are
We just
working
haven't.
on some stuff.
We just
Okay,
haven't
cool.
put out anything.
So we just put out 2 songs, but we haven't put out like a new EP or demo or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're definitely working on stuff.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Cool. Any kind of estimated dates or anything like that yet, or you guys are still kind of in the kind of process of figuring all that stuff out?
I would say probably right as of now for if we were to do like a little 4-song or 3-song, probably in the next 50 to 70 Saturdays.
Okay.
Probably.
All right. I'm gonna go and circle every Saturday on my calendar here and type 1 and then 2 and then I'm at 55.
not,
Josh, where's the album?
it's just so like I say, just life, man. And
Yeah.
Jason's a full-time plumber. I'm a framer. I do other side jobs. Jason does other side jobs. We both have women and children in our lives.
Grinding all day.
Yeah, and not just singular or double children. I have 3. He has 4. So we get 1 day a week, and it doesn't happen every week. But also, as of the past few years, and the past 2 tracks, we're recording it ourselves. So it is a learning process and a learning curve for us. And editing and mixing takes fucking forever.
Sure. I've never attempted. I don't know what that process is, but I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's a pain when you hardly know what you're doing.
So,
But I bet coming into this one, having the experience from the first one, you're kind of already kind of ahead of most other people. You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, maybe it's done a little bit differently today than it was 5 years ago, but we kind of get the general sense of how to at least start.
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my cousin helped us out a lot on that album again, and then even in the early stages of us doing our own recordings, like I had to call him a bunch and pester and bother him with the dumbest of questions because we old, we don't know all this new technology and stuff.
So the first album was, we've been talking about it all night, and it has a theme to it, and it's about the friends that you've lost along the way, and that's kind of the theme of the album. Does this new one have a theme? Do you think it's kind of going to be in the same style of these tracks of still kind of 5 years later, how are we still coping with it, or is it kind of going to take on some new inspirations?
It'll probably be a mix of an encore or a finishing up of like a few other songs that we had around that time that we didn't get to record. And then we're constantly writing new stuff, and that's a bit of a problem for us too, because we're just like, oh, we get super excited about the new stuff, but we haven't finished the old stuff.
Sure.
But I'm trying to change my writing approach as to stop finger pointing and stop self-blaming. Unless it's like obviously like constructive criticism of myself to what I need to improve in and stuff like that. But also, again, trying to talk about the human condition of just dealing with yourself and life. We have a new song. It's called "Life Is a Fight," and I mean that's what it is. So we'll hopefully have that out soon. But it'll be a little bit of the same. I'm definitely still gonna talk about friends and friends that have passed on, but a little more growing as far as just as an adult, as a father, and
Yeah, your life has changed quite a bit in these last 5 years.
yeah, for sure. So it's
New things to find inspiration from.
oh yeah. They don't like the kids don't like the music I play, but it's okay.
Write about that in one of your songs. The kids don't like it. The kids don't like it. Cool. Well, where can people find you guys? Where's the best place if somebody wants to do a deeper dive into After Tragedy? Where would you lead them?
So I would just do the Bandcamp, just because the Bandcamp is the only platform we put the 2 new songs on. Because we were just like, it's been so long since we put stuff out, we didn't want to go through that whole process of doing the DistroKid thing again. We were just like, oh, we'll just put it on Bandcamp. We can put it up there now. So, we're a little pushy on that one. We were just like, fuck it, we'll just put it on there. But I would say as far as listening purposes, Bandcamp. But if someone wants to ask us something or whatever, like I would say Instagram, probably just better to message us or whatever. We're currently looking for a second guitar player and a bass player.
Cool.
Yeah, been a little bit of a struggle.
Like a little bit. Shit. It's been a constant struggle.
But yeah, just Bandcamp or Instagram.
What's
Instagram,
your? Yeah, I was just gonna ask, what's your handle at for your Instagram account?
After Tragedy SC.
After Tragedy SC, go follow it now. Cool. Well, you guys are working on some new music. You're reflecting on the 5-year anniversary of your first album, and now you're talking about a second one, and how your life has gone through these crazy challenges and journeys along the way of making this band and the music, and how it's going to just only progress you guys as not only musicians and songwriters, but just human beings too. So I'm actually really excited to hear the new stuff. I want to hear how, what route you guys take it. I'm stoked for it. And if you have a new show, if you have a new album coming out, it means you got to have more shows.
For sure.
And I know a couple little places out in Brooklyn, New York that you guys can play at. So maybe a New York tour is in your future.
Oh, shit. I love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Cool, guys. Well, keep us all updated on everything you're doing. With if you got any teasers or anything, I'm more than happy to share them. But everyone go follow them so you can stay up to date on anything and everything After Tragedy. Thank you guys for sharing your story. I know this stuff is not easy to talk about with somebody who you've never met before in your life.
Hey man, again, we just want to say thank you so much for asking us. Like, I mean, again, we're a nobody band, and there's so many other bands that deserve more talks and a deeper dive into what they're doing, actually making moves in the scene. Real quick, I'm gonna try and just rattle off some top, but Brass Song, Reviler, Dead Friends, Your Spirit Dies, Rat Poison, 80 Bag, Strike Face. I'm sorry if I forgot anybody, but all of those are top tier South Carolina hardcore bands.
Hell yeah, let's get the word out.
And then check out Under Siege, our former guitar player Mitch's band from Cleveland, Ohio.
Thanks again, and
appreciate it.
we'll do this again when the next one's out.
Yeah, man, sounds good.